Hello gamers, how the devil are we? So anyone who owns a Netflix subscription will be aware of how many series have been based or literally created from video game franchises this year and the last. And what's more pleasing about it is they've been absolutely amazing. So a few examples: we've had Castlevania, we've had Dota, we've got Resident Evil soon to come, we've had Assassin's Creed, and there's more on the way. So we've already mentioned Castlevania. They have finished the last chapter and now they're making the next successor to that. And also there's the Resident Evil series, and even Riot are looking to get a piece of the pie because they're making a new series on their League of Legends characters. Anyway, I thought I'd bring this up because I just want to put the context that everyone is looking to get a piece of the pie at the moment. And the newest contender to jump into that is Square Enix. And what I mean by that is they are now producing, or at least they're not producing, the French Cyber Group studio is producing an animated series of Final Fantasy IX. So this isn't the first time we've actually seen productions from Square about their Final Fantasy series. There was Kingsglaive, which was the most recent one, I believe. There was also the Final Fantasy Advent Children. And then there was the big blockbuster production, which was Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. And interestingly enough, on further reading, additionally, there was two other mini-series, or, well, not so mini-series. There was Final Fantasy Legends of the Crystals, which was in 1994. And then in 2001, there was a 25-episode series called Final Fantasy Unlimited. Now, aside the mainstream ones, I wasn't aware of the other two, but I thought it was still fairly interesting. But Final Fantasy IX as a cartoon, I thought sounded absolutely awesome. Because if we actually have a look at the overarching series as a whole, Final Fantasy IX, when you look at it on paper, is actually probably the closest you could come to producing something that is child friendly. Now, in terms of actual production, nothing is going to be done anytime soon because it's only just recently had the deal signed. And production is meant to start, starts at either 2021 at the end or the beginning of 2022. So another great thing to add to the 2022 list. But interestingly enough, this is not a show like Castlevania where it's only mainly themed to adults, but instead it will be aimed at children, more specifically those between the ages of 8 and 13. But yeah, there we go. There's the announcement. I don't have too many details in terms of actors or directors. I don't think they've even been established yet. So it's a very early days project at the moment. But certainly some exciting news. FF9 is to this day one of my favourite games next to Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, begs the question, are they going to make a series about Final Fantasy VIII? I mean, can you imagine it? A Castlevania-esque inspired Final Fantasy VIII game with Squall and the gunblade going off? Oh, man. Now I'm getting excited. But anyway, have a good one, guys. I hope you're good. If you're looking for really cool, off-the-cuff Final Fantasy series to check out, then I highly recommend you check out the Dad of Light Netflix series. It is a documentary, not about actual Final Fantasy per se, but it's about kind of like a father and son, and they kind of establish their bond by playing FF Online, and it's well worth a watch. So let me know what you think. But anyway, have a great one, guys. It's a short but sweet news. Have a great week, and I'll be back with more news soon.